Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Syracuse Orange taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Spartans will put total leather and will get started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by him.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to pass. It's Collins. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. You think about Michigan State D-line, Jerome Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Nestles it in at the 35. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. In the middle, it's Belly. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll give it to the back. Runs through the tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Child. Good throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking. Vikings wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Spartans line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely foot the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got the tight end. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. On the ground, it's Green. Picks up the first down. There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give to the tailback. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And wings it incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Moving away from pressure. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cuse. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. SMU is putting on an offensive clinic. Almost reminds me of the days of the great Pony Express. They're up 14 over Middle Tennessee. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The RPO fire complete to the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Child. Looking to the big tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Offense heads back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Pulls it in, it's Gill. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
That's caught. It's Gill. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Quick completion on the out. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They're going to run it. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ross Simmons. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Got him downfield. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 68 yards on that drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 4. Oh, he's got some space. And the big game, they've got it on the 46.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Breaks away on the left. He's a touchdown, Spartans. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man, it's Collins. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Sparty's defensive front is dominating, and they have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, and getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you'd like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Snagged in the middle. It's Ross Simmons. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. Still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Syracuse right back at it. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
High the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Just keep slinging it. Their pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Belling. Turning it on. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Spartans come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Collins. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Makes the catch. It's Gill. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Off to the races to the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He rifles one deep down the middle. Makes a grab right down the middle. Here he goes. Touchdown, Sparty. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half. When you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all of the 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The give to the back. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out in the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He slings it deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Rides the back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Wants to throw, it's Collins. Working that wide receiver screen. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, look out on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Syracuse. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to San Marcos. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beaten at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Complete to the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complementing quarterback to this offense.
There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Back to pass, it's Childs. Got it in the middle, it's Kelly. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Wants to keep it in the air. Grab near the marker. It's McCray. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Spartans are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got some room into the goal line. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Yep, I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down, but you don't want to make a living taking those whacks.
Touchdown, Michigan State! And the comeback is on.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Over the middle, it's Gibb. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
Using his legs, it's Nixon.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Back to pass, it's Collins. Here's a heat. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. That's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
and Syracuse has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Tight end now in motion. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's marked. Oh, it's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Looking to throw its child. Unloads to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Right on target this time. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Spartans want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. He's going to let it go. It's caught. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air, using his legs to buy some time. And it's picked off at the goal line. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The Spartans have it in scoring position on first and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. On the move. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The 50. The 40. The 20. Touchdown Cuse. How about this defense taking one back to the house? That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed. He takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense in a bunch formation. Scanning the field, it's Child. That's caught. It's Kelly. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Mark. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's caught. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the gun, looking for a man. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the D deny them on second and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to...
Touchdown, Spartans! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Through the air, it's Collins. With the catch, it's Gill. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Wide receiver going in motion. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Orange will have to punt. got to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Back to throw, it's Child. A little release to the back. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Big play on the scramble. Got out of bounds, stopped the clock, picked up the first down, and now they'll try to find a way to score.
Fourth quarter, obviously, trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass, and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The inside handoff. Made a defender miss. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Unloads quickly. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pull his way in. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.